If you think back to where you were around dinner time Friday night, you probably recall rumbling thunder, crackling lightning, and buckets of rain. As I sat at home waiting for kickoff and wondering if it would ever come, I checked out the radar and saw an opening in Hampton County. So I got in my trusty Hyundai Kona and pushed toward the western horizons of the Lowco. First stop, Estill, where the Fighting Gators broke open a close game with Ridgeland with 2 quick scores in the second quarter and built a 30-0 lead before the Jaguars showed some fight late, scoring 20 unanswered points to get within 10 before falling short. Maurice Brown and Winston Smith scored on the ground, and Brown hit Jacquees Johnson for a TD pass, something to build on for next week's home opener against Battery Creek on the new turf in the renovated stadium in Ridgeland. Next up, I hopped to Hampton, where the Red Devils had jumped to a 21-0 lead by early in the second quarter before the visiting Cougars of Colleton County got settled in. Sophomore Chris Terry was effective in his debut as the heir to Catman Jamie and Risher at quarterback. Zion Dobson racked up 99 yards and a touchdown on the ground for Hampton, but Colleton played spirited defense after the early onslaught and clawed back on a scoring pass from Mikeem Gant to Nick Williams before the Red Devils hung on for a 21-7 win in one of the best high school environments you can find. They're trying to revitalize the environment at Bluffton High School, and the energy and enthusiasm is way up over recent years, with new coach Hayden Gregory bringing a fresh perspective to the Den. Looks like he's going to put a good product on the field too. The show went on at the Den, albeit a couple hours late, and the Bluffton Bobcats started the Hayden Gregory era in style. A little razzle-dazzle on the first play of the game, double pass as Jalen Linder chucks it deep for speedster Kamari Simmons, who scoots to the end zone for the touchdown. That set the tone, and quarterback Max von Hohenstraten approached the 400-yard passing mark, and 6 different Bobcats found the end zone in a 42-13 route. That's 55 points, the same number scheduled to be retired to honor the late DJ Fields before the game. The ceremony was rescheduled for September 16th against Battery Creek. Up the road in Charleston, Live 5 News helped us out with some footage from Beaufort Academy's opener at Pinewood Prep, and the Eagles' offense lived up to the preseason hype. After leading 22-0, the Eagles found themselves in a ball game at halftime after 2 quick strikes from Pinewood, but Jackson Porter got the Eagles on the board to start the second half with one of his 2 touchdowns run, doing the dirty work inside. And then Braden Deneen rolling out and finding Trip Gregory in the back of the end zone to keep it a 2-score game. 2 touchdown passes for Deneen, who also went up top for speedster Tayshawn Hayward. The Battery Creek transfer takes it in for 6. Mark Clifford calls him his secret weapon, and he has a bunch of weapons. BA wins it 41-20 and travels to Hilton Head Prep next week. Week 0 rolled over into Saturday on the island, where the Seahawks and Battery Creek reconvened for brunch after having their dinner plans wiped out by lightning Friday night. LowcoSports.com's Wes Kerr was on hand for the Seahawks' 34-15 win over the Dolphins.
It wasn't the Friday night we were hoping for, but it was worth the wait for the Hilton Head Seahawks. BJ Payne's squad came out scorching heat on Saturday morning and cruised to a 34-15 home win over Battery Creek to open its 2022 high school football schedule. The Seahawks lost some key pieces from last year's team, no bigger than Jalen Snead, of course, but Troy Timko stepped in and finished off his team's first scoring drive with a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Battery Creek fought back to draw even in the second quarter, and Jeremiah Meachin gets the job done, breaking a tackle and diving into the end zone to make it a 7-7 ball game. But Owen Bayes and the Seahawks came up clutch to take the lead back. Good effort from KJ Holland to find Pater on the touchdown reception. Seahawks in front 15-7 heading to the halftime break. And they came out ready to add on. They did just that. Bayes found Holland again for a 6-yard score, then Tristan Simmons got it done. Easy 5-yard rushing touchdown up the middle, 28-7 in favor of the Seahawks late in the third. But Damian Freeman had something to say about that. Makes some moves, hits the sideline, and takes to the house. 78-yard touchdown scamper. That made it a little interesting, but Owen Bayes and the Seahawks got it done. Ran some clock, and Bayes punches it in on a 4th and 1 to seal it. Seahawks take their opener 34-15 over Battery Creek. Let's hear from head coach BJ Payne about the victory.
Well, they're a great unit. This team's different. We don't have any superstars on this team. We got Chris Marable going to Wake Forest, but Chris is a very humble kid. They're kids that they bring their lunch pails every day. They come to learn every day. They have been absolutely exceptional, and they are setting a new standard here for this program. So I don't know what it's going to equal out to wins and losses on the season, but this group grinds and they work and they want to get better every day, and they do get better every day. So we'll make the corrections and move on to next week and hopefully be a much improved team when we go down to Georgia to play Claxton.
For LowcoSports, I'm Wes Kerr.
Other winners from the Lowco this weekend were Colleton Prep, which rode 3 touchdown runs from Cole Davis to a 26-8 victory over a solid Florence Christian team, and Holy Trinity Classical Christian School in Beaufort, which made its varsity 8-man football debut with a 24-8 win over Charleston Collegiate. Cross School in Bluffton didn't fare as well in its varsity debut, falling 33-0 to a strong Patrick Henry squad on the road, while Hilton Head Prep dropped a tough 8-7 matchup at Bethesda Academy in a defensive struggle, and Hilton Head Christian Academy was humbled 54-7 by powerhouse Savannah Christian, snapping the Eagles' 2-year winning streak, first loss since the 2019 state championship game for HHCA. That's a wrap on week 0. Let's do it again Friday. Until kickoff, go Lowco.